What's up, YouTube? It's Mike, Sticks and Seams, and this is my long overdue national recap video. Picked up a lot of stuff. I felt it was a very successful show for me. Got a little bit of vintage, got some really nice Griffey PC cards, got some cool gifts, and overall, just again, can't say enough about the experience. So I'm going to kind of hop right into it. I got two cards I want to show off that were pre-national pickups. So essentially, I had negotiated and either paid for or negotiated a price on these and collected them when I got to Cleveland. The first came by way of Rick Vintage Oddball Cards, and we came to a price on this 1926 W512 Tris speaker and PSA 3.5. This is a fantastic card. For those of you who do not know, the reason why the X designation is there because both he and Ty Cobb were accused of cheating and later exonerated, but that is why it denotes that on this card. It is a blank back hand cut, so thanks a lot, Rick. That's a beautiful card for the collection. The other card was a kind of like a negotiated eBay deal, and it's from Garrett at Slab City. And I purchased this Allen and Ginter from 2013. Doc Gooden. It's a beautiful card. I love my Ginter sign. So thanks again there, Garrett. Let's see. A couple of the purchases from the house. On the last day, the last night, there were some people over and some Tupperwares and boxes of cards came out for sale again. And I bought a couple of cards from Dawn Field of Dreams. Both from 1957 tops, the Gil Hodges and Al Kaline and SGCs. Thought those were really nice, and I got a pretty good deal on those. Thanks, Don. Let's see what else we got here. So one of the gifts came from George Diamond Yard Sports Cards, and he gave me a litany of things, but this was really cool. This photo with Dizzy Dean. Also has Jimmy Wilson, Charlie Grime, and Dick Spalding. But you'll see the significance of this. But this is a really cool picture with Dizzy Dean. This was on the back of it. It's an old art sleeve. I guess had some 41 team issue photos in it, but I really like the image of the cubby. That was really cool. Thank you very much. Some other cards that I got from George. This oversized 89 upper deck, these blue, these are serial numbered there to 35,000. These are really cool cards. I did not have one unsigned. I have one signed, so that was really cool to kind of firm that one up. Let's see what else we got here. This was a purchase I made from George, and it was something that we negotiated kind of throughout the show, and he gave me a steal of a deal, and it's a 34 Gaudy Dizzy Dean. The significance of the Dean with me is I remember having a lot of discussions about Dizzy Dean with my dad, so I wanted to get a Playing Days era card of him, and this is actually a really nice clean too. So thanks again, George, for that deal. He did give me some other gifts in this little pouch over here. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, we got this card guard, which is a cool classic image of Griffey. I actually have the case that came in as well still. Then we got this from, I think it was Evolution, Upper Deck Evolution, Griffey. And this cool Topps Micro. I think it was a 92 Micro. Really cool there. Thanks again, George. Rick Vintage Oddball also gave me this cool panel from Drake's Cakes. We got this coffee cake, and we got a Donnie baseball and a Willie McGee. Used to love me some Willie McGee. Set I remember collecting the most growing up was 86 Tops. Eric Fourleaf had a picture of Mickey at everybody's place sitting at the tables, so I had that as well. I think this also was a gift here. And from George Diamond Yard, the 89 Donruss Diamond Kings serial number recollection, number 11 out of 8, 1989. That was really cool. Did not have that. Let's see what else we got here. I'm kind of going to be bouncing around because a lot of stuff here to show off. I picked one of these up from everybody's best friend Scott, Paul Skeens limited art card. We got number 6 of 25. Have a couple more to show off, but I want to wait to do those. Let's see, Mr. Fisher Bike was kind enough to give me a gift, and we have this David Pauly Chrome Rookie from the Red Sox. Really like this Topps foil. Carlton Fisk with the big home run there. Got a Josh Beckett Bowman Chrome X-Fractor. Really love this purple Shane Victorino, the Flying Hawaiian refractor. Love that image. And this really cool Cooperstown auto of Bobby Dorr. So thanks a lot, Jay, there. If you watch Eric Forley's video, one of the days we got in the show, we just kind of dove into the first bargain box we had, get the juices flowing. And these are some of the cards I picked up from that. We got this little Griffey Mini. Upper Deck MVP, the silver signature. It's a classic, cool card. I had this one after all, but got the Topps Upper Class Griffey. Find myself picking this dude up. It's just such a shame, but great talent. Jose Fernandez rookie cards. We got the Bowman Chrome Mini, the Topps Chrome Mini and the Topps flagship. Got this Mojo refractor of Heston Kjerstad. I'm butchering the poor dude's name. This old school Flair, Wave of the Future. Mike Piazza. Got this Topps Chrome Orange refractor of Adrian Beltre. And two more Griffies to round it out. Topps Chasing History. And a Gowdy. So that was kind of breaking the ice that day on, I believe it was Friday, getting some purchasing flowing. My next purchase at the National was this card, which has eluded me for a while, and I got a pretty good deal on this one. It's the Donruss Production Line Red Griffey. Have the blue, now I need the green, the elusive green. Serial number to 646. This one's in pretty nice condition too, so gave me a little bit of money off of it. I didn't pay sticker for anything. Every dealer was willing to work with me at the time I was there, at least, so I was fortunate for that, and really no complaints. So let's see, what was my next purchase? As I was getting in the show that day, I got a text from Joe at Force Off Corners. He had found a Griffey table, sent me a screenshot of just some of the cards, which will come in handy for me a later point in that show. So I had to find that booth, made it on the way over there, and the dealer was awesome. He had a Hawaiian shirt with like superimposed floating Griffey heads all over. It was just cool. He actually invited me back to the booth that evening around 5 o'clock because they were having a big Griffey collector meetup, and I did that, and that was really cool. I was able to meet Rodney, who's, if you're in the Griffey world, he's one of the big collectors there, so that was really cool. And I made my first of two purchases. This one, I'm not going to lie, was a little bit more of an impulse because I hadn't really spent any crazy money yet, and I was chomping at the bit to get a cool Griffey in the collection, but dealer was so great to work with. He took a big chunk off for me, and it made it just like a no-brainer at that point. And it's, I believe this is 2022 Flawless. This Ken Griffey Jr. dual patch. This is numbered 1 of 2. And you can see a little bit of the star there. I just thought this was a beautifully designed card, especially that it's the emerald variation. Everything matched up super nice, and they are game used, so I was stoked about that purchase. Let me see, I did make a trade that day as well. I had brought a fair amount of cards with me, and I was able to move a lot of them, which kept me going throughout the weekend. And there was a particular card I had that it was a good card, didn't fit in my collection, and nobody really wanted to give me what it was worth. So this dealer was willing to do a swap, and that's what I did. So first one I got is from 1995 Upper Deck SP. This is the Special FX. It's a cool card. Uh, I'm not going to do it justice. You can kind of see it right there, the little hologram face, but he will move and follow you as you go along the card. And these were tough. These were 1 in 75 packs back in the day. So that was a really cool acquisition as part of a trade. I was able to pick up this 2000 Finest Action Shot Refractor, PSA 10. So why not? And this was pretty cool. From 2018 Topps Tribute, it was a dual relic, numbered to 50 of Griffey and Mark McGwire. So I was able to parlay the card that didn't fit into those 3 Griffies from my collection. And that's kind of where the day ended that day. Went back to the house, had a great time that night, eating good food and whatnot. Actually met John, Wade Boggs fan. He came by the house one night, got one of his signed customs there. Good to meet you, John. Number 39 out of 100. The last day of the show, Saturday, that I was there, kind of went solo that day, and it was actually a really good experience. I was able to see more of the show floor and just kind of wander and meander around. Had some cool experiences. Got to see Piazza doing an interview at the Topps booth. I took picture with the Ruby Slippers and the Wicked Witch of the West hat at Heritage Auctions. That was cool. Ended up in the Breaker Pavilion, and it was just kind of cool to wander around and take in a little bit more of the show. But what I did do is I made a big purchase, and it was back to that Griffey dealer's table. This image was in the original shot that Joe had sent me. And you know what? I was like, no time like the present. I was really hunting for the '05 Ultimate Dual Sigs. There was only one dealer that had any that I needed, and the prices were just astronomical. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. And it freed up some money for some Griffies, and this was my big boy purchase of the National. One that's eluded me for a long time, missed out on an opportunity, and due to my own fault, and then have been kicking myself ever since. But now I redeem myself, and that's the 1999 Upper Deck Century Legends, the Epic Signatures of Ken Griffey Jr. This card is amazing. I love the design of the card. Got the 10 auto on it. It's beautiful. This is a flagship auto in my collection now, just because of the significance of the set. The BGS holder doesn't bother me. The penny sleeve inside just kind of protects it a little bit more, but love this card. And it was already listed at a fair price for comps. It was like a couple $100 off comps, and he took another $100 off for me. So he really helped me out. Really was happy to get that in another Griffey collector's hands. So I thought that was it for me. I'm like, oh, I had a great show. I got everything I could have possibly wanted, and I'm happy. And then I run into Eric, Big Mac fanatic, on the floor. And we're wandering around, and he reminds me of a card that I had heard about the day before, completely forgot. So he knows the table, takes me to the table. This dealer is insane. I love Pacific cards, and the whole table was Pacific cards. I really should have got a business card. I'm kicking myself. So if anybody knows, you let me know, because he had a couple more cards I should have just bought. But it was this card in particular, the 1997 Pacific Crown Collection. It's the silver, and they are not serial numbered, but their print run is to 67, and they were 1 in 73 packs. But this is a beautiful card, but it just looks like a base card. So that's what makes Pacific so tricky. They would sneak some really beautiful cards into low pop run and or high odd cards, and kind of that's a segue into this card. They had 2. I should have bought them both, but at least I got this one. It's from 1998 Pacific. It's the Kramer's Choice. And these cards are 1 in 721 packs. This thing is beautiful. And a design ahead of its time for sure. and I believe they had the 99 as well. Kind of kicking myself, but again, if anybody has their contact info, let me know. I believe I was dealing with the wife, and she was fantastic. She gave me great deals on those cards, and I walked away very happy. That's pretty much all the pickups. I mean, I got the same little VIP pack cards and stuff that everybody else did. I got a few one touches or mag pros and such, but really that was the bulk of what I got. And when I got home, there was one card waiting for me. I'm lumping it in with my national purchases because I took a chunk out of my national fund to get it. And for me, I'm happy I have one. It is definitely going to be a placeholder for me, but I really had to check this one off. It was starting to get a little crazy, and the card itself sat on eBay forever, and then it finally got to a reasonable price, and they did a best offer, and I really lowballed them. They pretty much gave it away because the autos aren't really crisp. They're a bit faded. But again, like I said, I have one in my collection now, and it can be a placeholder for if I ever stumble across a better copy. And it is for my '05 Ultimate Dual Signature set, and it's the Signs of October of Derek Jeter and Tony Gwynn. As you can see, the autos are faded. They're not the brightest, but overall, very happy with the card. And now I have another one for my run. So my whole national plan for 2024 wasn't a loss with the '05 Ultimates, even though I didn't purchase it there. I used my funds and got it just as I was leaving, and it arrived when I got home. So one more off the list. I am now 84% complete with that set. I need 13 more cards, and I believe a lot of these cards are just in collections now. They're in player collector, private collection type things. So if anybody ever comes across any, feel free to reach out. I'll take a look. And was a fantastic time at my first national. Again, like I said, I don't know when I'll be able to get to another one, but even if I only ever do this one, it was well worth all my expectations. It was great hanging out with all the guys, and I really just can't say enough about all of that. So until next time, collect what you love.